Okay, now we'll look at if an assignment has multiple attempts. So this is a Module 1 integers post test that we have in our assignments. I set this up to where there is multiple attempts to this assignment. So if we go ahead and resume and we just take this post test real quick, there's 10 questions. I'm just going to put some random answers on here. So let me get the first one correct, I'll do the second one, turn it in, and then I'll show you how to get back into it for your second attempt if it is set up to have multiple attempts per assignment. So let's see, the table shows the elevation, graph the labeled location of the number line according to their elevation. So A, we click on A, it's at 1. B is at -1. C is at -9. D is at 7. And E is at 9. Then we hit next. And as we see in post test, we do not have our help over here because we don't want the machine to help the students get a 100% on the test. The test is to see how much they've retained and how much knowledge they have gained throughout the module. So then let's just say the opposite. I'm going to say I forgot what the opposite was. I'm just going to put in -40 again and say I'm going to just go ahead and turn it in. It's going to say you haven't answered all the questions. Are you sure you want to finish it? I'm going to say yes for the sake of the video so you don't watch me do all 10 questions. I hit yes, it turned it in, and now I have a report over here for my Module 1 post test. You notice how my assignment is gone. But I said I set it up to where there's multiple attempts. But where did our assignment go? Well, our assignment went into under my assignments. As you can see here, we have completed and we can see all the ones that we can still do. So Module 1 post test is set up for multiple attempts. I can go ahead and hit begin, or I can hit details to make sure. See, the start date was the 18th, the due date is the 19th, it is not timed, remaining time is none, can it be paused? Yes, view assignment, yes, view attempts 1, score test, yes, score attempts 1, note this is for example only. Here, same thing with this, it has everything up, but if I go ahead and hit begin, it's going to give me a new test. So it gave me a second attempt at this test. And you see it's still given, there's no help on this because it is a post test. So I can go through this again, and you notice it is a completely different question than the first time we were given. Because the first time it said the post office was at elevation of 1, now it's saying the post office is at an elevation of 2, library is at -7, then we have -5 for C. D is at 7, and E is at 9. And then we hit next. And then this the opposite would be 19, continue on, and opposite is 0. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going ahead and turning it in. And I know I didn't complete all of them, but like I said, I'm just going to turn it in because you don't want to see me do all the questions. If I hit home, we go back and now we see that my mod post test changed. It was a 10%, now it's a 30%. We can go ahead and view. We can see the ones that I got correct. I got the first 3 correct, and then it shows I skipped the next ones. It's not going to show you the first one because I set this test up to be score the highest of the tests taken. But you can have the highest of the tests, you can have only score the first time, average the test, or score the latest, which means the last one you take. And so if you take it 3 times, it's going to score the third one, fourth one, so on and so forth. It depends on how it's set up. I set this one up to where we can take multiple attempts at this post test. But it says, I've already submitted this assignment to your teacher. You can see the question again for practice, but you can no longer turn it in. So I can keep doing it, looking at it for practice, but I cannot turn it in because for this one, I only allowed 2 times to submit a score. And see, now we have our example, our step-by-step, our helps when we cannot submit it for a score. It is now just practice. And that is it for viewing a test or homework assignment multiple times and doing it multiple times.